Lakers, 4-game win streak, Slick Rick Bucher. In the West, it is the Lakers and the Suns. Only two teams that have multiple game win streaks right now, 4 games. So, when I think about it, we know how cold the Suns are. They're 7-0 when KD plays. They're 4-0 since KD came back. Right now, we know how cold the Lakers are playing. 4-0 when everybody needs to win. At least 12 of the teams in the West, you could say, are actively trying to win. Yo, that's a big deal.
Right.
So when I think about it, this 4-game win streak by the Lakers, it tells me a lot. What's it tell you?
Not a lot. The question, what do you make of the Lakers' 4-game win streak? I don't. And we're having this conversation because they just beat the Utah Jazz. They just beat the...
And because they've won 4.
Yeah, against who? Should we go over it?
See,
look, you guys get upset with this.
All
You know
NBA
what?
players, all teams.
They weren't playing
NBA
Dartmouth.
teams with NBA players.
I feel like I'm Larry
weren't playing
David,
Iowa.
and I'm curbing everyone's enthusiasm, okay? Because I love the fact that the Lakers are in it. I hope that they make the playoffs. I hope that they get into the 5th or the 6th seed. Like, I want to see that. I want to see LeBron and AD and see whether they can sustain this. I want to see Austin Reeves. I want to see it, okay? But you're asking me to take what I'm seeing now and translate that into I'm all in. They beat a Utah Jazz team without Lauri Markkanen, without Walker Kessler, who's probably going to finish 2nd in Rookie of the Year, without Jordan Clarkson, and in overtime, they went to Talen Horton-Tucker to try to win them the game. They had Ochai Agbaji, a rookie, guarding LeBron James on the game-winning bucket in OT. So I was going to apologize for simply pointing out what is the case, but I'm not going to apologize because I'm just pointing out the circumstances. So I'm going to flip it around. You are asking me why I should justify my position. I'm going to ask you.
Don't ask me.
I'll
hit him right there in the gut.
To justify why you are taking that they go to overtime.
Let's take it back from. Never mind. Give me that goat back.
Yeah. Justifying why they beat the Utah Jazz in overtime, right? Without any of their star players. And I'm supposed to get excited and say this is yet more proof that they are going to what? Win the West?
It's either a win or a loss. I'll be damned if I have 200 yards and you're going to tell me, oh, well, the starting DN didn't play. Yeah. And then two linebackers. Like, what? It's a West. It's the elite of the elite. First of all, a month ago, let's be serious. We never see the Lakers even playing in the play-in, right? They're like the 12th seed, something like that. And then now they're at the 7th, 6th. They keep creeping, get into the playoffs. Anthony Davis, who we all had a lot of questions about. Is he going to stay healthy? Is he going to play? Is he back and forth? Yo, this month he's been lights out.
How many shots did he miss at the end of the game?
Listen.
I mean, I'm just asking questions.
What you ask the question, though, but what you can't ask is, has he been balling?
True.
Yeah.
Has he been balling?
True.
Is he the reason they winning games?
I want to see more of
it. Listen, I'll say it like this, and I won't get crazy to the Lakers because they might play my boys, the Warriors, eventually, or them Suns with KD. But the Lakers right now, if they get into the playoffs, sky's the limit because they hot right now. Hot.
Well, we'll stick with Larry David. Anthony Davis has been pretty good. And I agree with you, Shady. That was what we said. If AD can stay healthy, if AD can play like we know AD is capable of playing of, they're going to win. This is what AD was brought here to do. This is what AD did in the bubble. They're seeing that again. The role players had the opportunity to sharpen their teeth a little bit when LeBron was out. They've been well coached, and they're winning games. This isn't college football. Saban didn't line up a bunch of cupcakes. Everybody who's playing out there is an NBA player. Now, there's levels. They beat some teams that aren't doing well right now, but you can only beat the teams that are on your schedule. They all count.
Understood.
And some weak teams beat some good teams. Like I just watched the Kings lost to the who was that bad team?
Thunder?
Spurs. I bet on it. I know. So we've seen weak teams win.
The Lakers,
come on.
They've won 4 in a row, 7 of the last 8, and they're 16-7 since the trade deadline. And Anthony Davis, the last 4 games, He's averaging 34.3 points per game, 12.3 rebounds, 1.3 steals, and two blocks per game.
So the assumption
The best player in the
here
West
is-
this month.
The assumption here is that they will, regardless of who they're playing, they will continue to do what they've been doing.
Well, no, because
No.
they've won 4 in a row. So I don't think they're going to sweep the Suns if they line up with them in the first round of the playoffs. But it's about being competitive in the playoffs. It's about taking advantage of the roster that you have. And clearly they made the right trades. The role players have stepped up. And most importantly, because we know what you're going to get from LeBron almost every time, most importantly, the number 2 guy, who usually ends up being the most important when we know that we can count on the star, is doing what he's supposed to do.
Here is what I have gathered from what everybody's saying in my own initial thought. Really, it comes down to this, Slick. If the Lakers have won 7 out of 8, what more could they have done? Obviously, the simple answer is win 8 out of 8. Obviously, we get that, viewers at home. But if you've won 7 out of 8, including beating the Suns, including rebounding after you lost to the Bulls, and beating the Bulls, including beating the Timberwolves, in which you had to do because y'all are both jockeying for play-in spots, including beating the cupcakes that you're supposed to be in, beating the Houston Rockets, including after AD lets you down at the end of regulation, then you got to go into overtime. LeBron James putting the team on his back and the crown on his head and winning that game. I'm just like, Slick, what more do you need to see? You've seen this team have the best record in March. You've seen them come back from down 27. You've seen them have a 16-7 or whatever record Joy just said since the trade deadline. You've seen AD average 34 and 12. You've seen LeBron just put up 35 with the foot injury. There truly is nothing else they could show you right here, right now.
You're right. They can't. They've done everything that they could possibly do.
Okay.
But when I look at who they're going to have to face in the postseason and what those teams have done all year long, and the experience, the collective experience they have, we're taking what they're doing now and translating it into.
You gotta get hot at the right time, Slick.
Into a completely different
right time,
language.
It matters.
Understood. But this isn't like the NCAA tournament. You're going to have to beat teams that have been playing better longer.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Come on, Slick. You know you.
I guess I'll ask you.
say it.
I'll ask you, Slick. Like, who do you feel better about? Do you feel better about a Lakers team that has LeBron James, Anthony Davis, that has won 7 out of their last 8, that has the best record in the West since March, or do you feel better about a Grizzlies team led by a Ja Morant, who knows what may happen on the court or off the court, a Dylan Brooks, a Jay Jackson? Like, what I feel better about a Lakers team that has LeBron James, Anthony Davis. I feel better about a Lakers team, like Joy said, that is extremely hot right now. Congratulations, Grizzlies. You won more in December. You won more in January. You won more in November. I care more about winning in March and April, and the Lakers are doing that in the West better than any other team in basketball.
And I would say that I feel better about the Grizzlies because I've seen the Grizzlies in the postseason do more recently than I've seen the Lakers. The Lakers made their run in the bubble 3 years ago. The Grizzlies have won a series in the interim, right? So that's why, and they're younger. So again, I know this is, and I hate beating this because we talked about beating this drum.
Do they have
but
those? Did they get one of those?
Yeah, they ain't got no rings. They ain't got no rings. No things.
Fair. But we're talking about trying to build this Lakers team on the fly. We're not talking about a team that won the ring in 2020. We're talking about We're talking about Austin Reeves and Jared Vanderbilt and Malik Beasley, who we don't really have any feel for in terms of what they can do. And yes, and you've said it. You've agreed with me on this. You've agreed with me on this. You don't agree with me on anything right now. Is that the role players matter? So the fact that they could be a tough out, or they could win a round off of LeBron and AD the way they're playing right now, sure, I'll give you that. And I've said that all along. But the idea that they're now going to win the West, it's like, I just don't know enough about all their ancillary pieces.
I know the Lakers are 2-1 against the Grizzlies. But if that matters, I know you Grizzlies, you like
I don't know what matters to him. Can you rescind that GOAT bet? Can you take it back?
No, he's not.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.